Hello everyone, my name is Isaac, and on this episode we will be unboxing the DJI Osmo Mobile 3 combination pack, which includes some accessories. This is my second gimbal. This one is for mobile phones. Before we get started, if you're new here, I review products that my wife and I use daily and share with you what our experience has been so you can decide if these products are right for you. If you enjoy watching real-world product reviews that are unbiased and based on actual usage and experiences, consider subscribing to this channel and clicking on the bell icon so you can be notified when new reviews come out. Also, if you want to see more content like this, click the like button and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you'd like about the video. Your feedback helps support what I'm doing to bring more content like this to you, and it doesn't cost you anything. So with that, let's get into it. All right, so this is the DJI Osmo Mobile 3. It is a third generation. This one is foldable and offers some simplified controls and things like that as compared to other gimbals. So let's see. We've got a charging cable, a wrist strap. All right. This is a soft case. This is a tripod, one of the items included in the combo kit. This is the soft case, which is also part of the combo kit. Looks really nice, actually. And it's actually not a soft case, it's a semi-rigid case. It's pretty hard. It's got a storage pocket back here. Alright, so here it is. So there's no separation in here, but there is, it does store there. You can put your charging cable in here. It looks like that's about all that's going to fit in the case. I have seen some third-party cases that are a little bit larger and probably hold the tripod and things like that, so you're just going to have to store those somewhere else. First impressions, I like the way it feels. It's got a rubber grip here, the camera mount or the phone mount. Very compact. This is a USB-C charging port. This is a standard USB charging port. That way you can charge your phone with the battery that's mounted into the gimbal. Standard screw adapter for the tripod. Any tripod will work. So the cable you get is a standard USB to USB-C. Plug into a wall adapter that is standard USB, and then plug in to charge the gimbal. So you just get a little wall block, and you can put that in the case with this, and your charging is ready to go with you. So this just unfolds like that. Okay, so this does not have full 360 in any direction, so it is limited by that. Actually, it can go, let's see here. There's 180. Yeah, so not quite 360, maybe 270 degrees that way. This one's got a stopper there and goes that way. So that's only stopped by that little bit. Looks to be about 350 degrees. And in this direction here goes probably about 330 degrees if I were to guess, maybe 300 degrees. So as far as controls, you have the power and mode button, you have the record button or the shutter button, you have a joystick for controlling the angles of the phones and everything, you have a battery status indicator, you have a zoom, and then you have your quick function buttons back here. So we'll go over those a little bit more later. All right, so this is an iPhone XS with a bumper case. And it says the phone camera direction is that way. So that goes in like this. Now you do have to balance this before use. It does not self-balance. So let's see how that works, because I've never balanced one of these. There we go. All right, so let's turn this on and see what happens. So it's not doing anything. Now on the back here, it says activate the Osmo Mobile 3 when using it for the first time by following the steps in the DJI Memo app. All right, so that's different than my last gimbal. One feature about the way this folds is that you can fold it with the phone attached, so you can still use the phone. All right, so I downloaded the app earlier. Let's see what's involved. Agree to the terms, send me notifications. I'll allow that for now. Use your location, Bluetooth, yes, because that's how they communicate. Microphone, yes. Photos, yes. That's all. So the microphone is so it can record the sound, and the photos is so it can record the photos to your phone. How do we get started for the first time? All right, so it says it's Osmo found. Let's connect the device. Bluetooth pairing request. Pair. Agree to the terms again. All right, activate your Osmo when you connect it for the first time to receive your warranty. Ensure Bluetooth is properly connected. Obtain Osmo device info. And this allows DJI to have information about what kind of device you're using, whether it be an iPhone or a Samsung or whatever. If you do not allow this, it cannot complete the activation. So you have to do this. And next, camera information will be paired to your account and will serve as the basis for maintenance and DJI support. So that is important. So let's log in. So I'm a new DJI user, so I have to register. All right, so I've created the account, and next step is to install the phone before activating, as the gimbal might jitter because of unevenly distributed loads. All right, so we took care of that already, but let's just confirm it didn't change. Point that up, and it did change. All right, that looks good. Now the next step is to activate. Activating registered device, send information. Oh, now it took control. All right, Osmo Shield, looks like that's an extended warranty. You can purchase and add it within 30 days of activation. Gives you a 2-year warranty, accidental hardware damage coverage, water damage coverage, and free shipping. So it's been activated, and then there's a notice for beginners. That's good for me. All right, so hold the tilt motor and move phone left and right until the phone remains balanced when released. We've done that. Hold the tilt motor and move the phone holder left or right until the phone remains balanced. Okay, so that means we have to hold this, and that is balanced. Okay, next, use the joystick to pan or tilt the phone. There's that. Okay, next, press once, take a photo, or stop recording is the shutter button. When powered on, this mode button will switch between photo and video. When it's off, it will check the battery level. If you press it twice, it will switch between landscape and portrait. So let's try that. There we go. 3 times we'll enter sleep mode. There's 3 times. And that's the way you can tilt the device like this. And then if you press and hold, let's power on and off. So let's press this 1, 2, 3 to get it back so I can see it. The zoom slider is over here to zoom in and out. The trigger, press and hold, enter lock mode, and release to exit lock mode. So that's press and hold. Press once to start or stop active track. When enabled in the app, press twice to recenter the gimbal. So let's try that now. 3 times switches between front and back cameras. Press once and then press and hold to enter sport mode and release to exit. Charge Osmo Mobile 3 through the charging port. We talked about that. That's over here. Watch tutorials and how to shoot with Osmo in the Academy of the Mimo app. All right, so we're done with that. So now it looks like there is a firmware update we need to install. So that went into sleep mode. All right, so that's done. Okay, so let's go to done. Access the camera, yes, of course. And now you see my screen. And let's go there, back outside. Slide to select the shooting mode, including pano and time-lapse. All right, so that's this down here. So switch between front and rear cameras, quick access for story mode. That displays the device battery level, gimbal mode, and other information. Access additional settings, including gimbal, shooting, and general setting options. Custom settings, swipe to select the object you want to follow. Looks like that's the end of the quick tutorial. All right, so let's go get some footage and see what it looks like. is the Osmo in selfie mode, and on the right is a handheld selfie. Here I'm holding the camera about 6 inches off the ground. On the left is the Osmo, and on the right is handheld. Here I'm using the tracking feature, which can be used on faces or any type of object. It is easy to lose the object you're tracking if you don't move the gimbal in a certain way, because there is limited range of motion of the gimbal. So what are my thoughts? Well, after using the gimbal for a week or so and trying it in different scenarios and comparing it to my other gimbal for my GoPro, I'm actually not that happy with it. I was excited to get it because I had watched a bunch of reviews that really gave the gimbal a lot of praise and, said about how versatile it was and compact and smooth, and the app was good and things like that. And the app is good and it is smooth, but I'm actually kind of frustrated with it because of the way it's designed so you can fold it and be very compact. The joints are actually not completely perpendicular. And so why is that important? With a more steady state gimbal, you have your axes here, here, and here. And this can lay flat. It just doesn't fold. So it's a little bit longer or whatever. But the way that Osmo does it with the Mobile 3 is that this arm continues, and then this pivot point is actually at an angle. And then that puts, this motor at an angle this way, and it just doesn't work. Basically, when you can't get a full 360 degrees out of the Osmo like you can with this one in any direction. Now, this one does not go full 360 in this direction, but it does go full 360 in this direction and this direction. So you can get very good articulation out of this, and it's very versatile. It does have its downfalls, but I find that this is closer to what I want my gimbal to do than the Osmo. The Osmo, to counteract its joints, one goes this way, one goes this way, and then it kind of like is that when you spin the camera, or when you tilt the camera like this, this arm moves, whereas in most of them it doesn't have to because the axis moves like this. In this case, to keep the camera focused on what you're looking at, to do this, as it's doing this arm moves as well. And so because of that, you don't have good range of motion. It's not what I was expecting. The build quality is good, the app is good, and it's nice that it folds up nice and compact. I don't think it's as good as people make it out to be. Now, granted, this is only my second gimbal, and the more I use gimbals, the better I'll get at trying to move it around, but it was much harder to keep it tracked on a target when I was trying to, change my camera angle and, to go lower or higher or things like that. It was much harder to do that with this and not lose focus. Like I was always having to use the joystick to keep the camera center. And then if I would use the object tracking, it would lose track because it would run out of range of rotation and motion. And so you have to really account for that. And there's a learning curve as to how to get the best angles without it losing your subject. So that's my thoughts on that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Let me know if this review was helpful for you. So until next time, talk to you later.